Hi! Welcome to Mad Max. We are doing Balefire Flatland, already done Black Maws. Check the description for Timecodes and the eye in the top right for access to playlists and all the Vantage outposts if you need them for the fast travel. And also the previous missions and all sorts of other good things. We're going to get everything on the map, or everything in the region here, and all the optional objectives at all of them. We're going to start off with an easy one, a nice soft scavenger entry and fast travel to the Vantage point. So these guys, there's quite a big fight to start off with. Don't worry, I won't be showing too many fights. There's a couple more that come up, but only because they're special circumstances, and there's just stuff you need to be aware of. But smash them up, and there's one scrap there lying in the open, and another one just around the corner there, so that's a pretty easy start. Then we're going to grab this Scarecrow, somewhat unsuccessfully. There's a convoy there, but it's not in this zone. You can see when you mouse over, there are no convoys in here, so I'll leave it for, what is that one up there, fuel veins? I'll leave it for the fuel veins one. Completely missed that with the boost. What an amazing job. Didn't even think to harpoon it on the way past, because I'm a fool. So instead just hooked it from down underneath and pulled it down. And there we go. There is the first Scarecrow down. Don't forget to get the scrap. That falls out. Then I went to level up. I had about 20 points to spend there. So I thought, as I got out of the car, I was right next to a rock and I got flung in the air like that. I actually ended up a lot higher. This is about halfway back down. As you imagine, I died when I hit the rock, but I just thought that was interesting. Anyway, spending Griffer tokens, I recommend spending them on, well, you can see there what I've chosen. Fuel is kind of pointless, food is kind of pointless as far as I'm concerned. But from there, that's where Griffer was. We're going to head back up this way. This one's pretty straightforward. There's a weak gate there. There's a fight with some nasty slicing guys down here, and it gets a little bit dark. Sorry, I should have brightened it up. Don't worry, I'll brighten up all the rest of the stuff. I think there's 3 or 4 of them down here, maybe? Certainly at least 2. But kill them. And they're a pain because they, in the dark, they kind of stab you pretty spectacularly well. But there's the first scrap. There's also a history relic there on that mattress. So grab that. We have no fresh food, only canned and dried goods. And then the other scrap is just on the left over here. There it is. Delicious scrap. There's also some food there, some dog food, if you need it. Those guys had stabbed me a bit, so I took it. Anyway, from there we're just going to carry on round to Hollow Point, which is an oil pump camp. The other two are the other two are a nightmare. I hate the other type of camp. But sniper tower outside, pull it down there like that. Just grab one of the pylons, holding it up as you drive by with a harpoon, or just drive straight into it. Like a fool, I ran all the way around looking for a secret way and couldn't find anything. If you did find one, let me know. Then grab the gate by accident, but you want to grab that fuel tank up there, and that will stop the flames spewing out at you. There we go. So as soon as you got them, happy days. Happy days are here again. Come in here, there's a scrapulence on the right that we'll grab at the end. That's 500 easy scrap. And then 2 guys came running out here. I shotgunned one and then killed the other. But there's not much else to do until you get past this gate. Yeah, I'll loot the bodies. And then there's 3 or 4 guys in here plus a war crier. Not here, but here. So deal with them however you like. Is the war crier here? Maybe he's on a bit. Oh, no, he's hanging up there, I think. No, he's not. Sorry, I'm lying. Anyway, the first scrap is there. Then head up these stairs. You can't get that one yet. We'll come around for it in a second. There's an Insignia number 1 there. So grab that. And I've just cut the bits where you have to hit it 3 times because it didn't really seem worth it. There's some ammo there in the corner. Grab that too. There's a door there, but before you knock that down, grab the other 2 pieces of scrap, 2 and 3, which are right outside there. Then there's a canister thing there, you can fill up your thing, and then a big old fight here. This is where the war crier is, here. Sorry. So kill him. There we go. You need to explode that door there. But there's scrap number 4 to pick up before you do that. But that's in where the canisters of gas are. Before you head through there, head up this ladder. Scrap number 5 on the side there, and then there's another ladder to head up here. So definitely do that, but grab the food first if you need it. There it is, and that's Insignia number 2, and then there's a zip line down, which you can take, which actually you want to take because you're going to get scrap. The oil well part, I think. There's 2 oil well parts in this region, or in this zone, whatever you call it, this sub-region. There's a ladder there that you can kick down, and there's scrap number 6. Head up this way. Wait, that's maybe out of order. I think we might be getting scrap 5 in a minute. I think I've spliced quite a lot of stuff together here. Head in here, take a weapon, club that guy in the back of the head. There we go. And there's another guy there, so finish him off. and then pull that down. There we go, it doesn't really do much, but kind of fun. Through here for Insignia number 3. So that's all 3 done in there. And then back down through here. And you can drop off the side there. Sorry, you can't drop off the side there. Make sure you take the steps, is what I meant to say. And there's scrap number 7 down there. Huzzah! So then just grab that oil can and blow up the oil rig, and we're done in that count. That's a pretty easy one. Everyone's a winner. Project parts 1, scrap 7 or whatever it was, and 3 insignia. Then on your way out, don't forget to grab the scrapulence. It's such a bad name for a thing, but when you get there, you'll get 500 scrap. Which is just easy money. Then I'm going to go and grab, you'll see some of these markers are still up there, but I went and got the survey parts ahead of this, just because they reveal everything. But you might want to scope this one out from a distance. There's a sniper there. Twink. You can shoot the war cry from outside, and obviously because there's snipers, you're going to get sniper ammo back, so don't worry too much about that. And then there's one sniper over there to the right. That's about it for the stuff you can pick from the outside. There was something I saw down on the left. I can't remember if I cut it out. Yeah, here it is. And I did cut it out. No, I didn't. There it is. But it's nothing. So get back in the car and drive up to the gate and smash you. Oh, yeah, sorry, there it is. I just wanted to know what that was. It's nothing. Then make your way in. There was no intel that I could see, but don't worry too much about that. Then smoosh that guy up, grab the fuel, and, well, no, don't grab the fuel because it says explosive restricted, so instead use the harpoon on that gate. And you've got a fight in here, 3 insignia, 11 scrap, and 1 survey crew part. Deal with all of those guys, and then grab that scrap in the first courtyard that you come to. That's the first one. There's some ammo there, and then head up these stairs. This is where one of the snipers was, and there's 2 bits of scrap and his body, which should give you some sniper rounds back. So we're up to 3 scrap. Then come back down this way, and there's a transfer tank in here. Sorry, this is a bit of a dirty splice. So that's actually going to be transfer tank number 1. I hate these transfer tanks. They're just, I always forget like 2 on the run through. Anyway, come around here and down under here. Don't go up those stairs yet. Instead, come around to the left, snag insignia 1. Good, yes. And in here there's some dog food if you need it, and there is the survey crew part. Yeah, which is good news. I'll do a separate video for upgrading the stronghold, but we'll get to that later. There's a canister thing there, 4th part of scrap, yep, there, and a transfer tank there. So just use one of the handy bits of oil, ignite it, leave it there. I ran off with this other one even though I didn't need it. And nearly got clipped by the explosion, but not the end of the world. Back out to the way you came in, and then remember that ladder? We're going up there now. There's a big old fight in this courtyard, so I just thought, well, I'm carrying some gas. Let's just drop it down and see who it kills. Sadly, it didn't kill nearly enough of them, only 1. But then finish the rest of them off. Now, I'm by the hole that I just came up for a point of reference. That's where we climbed up there. Loot the bodies, come around to the right by that door. There's a transfer tank right by those cans of gas, so blow that up. That's number 2. 3? Number 3, sorry. And grab the scrap up there next to the insignia hanging off that thing. You can shoot it with a shotgun. Hopefully you got enough shells. If not, there's plenty of ammo to loot on this level, so just come back to it when you do, but make sure you've got at least 1 shotgun shell spare for it. There's some more scrap up those stairs, and then you want to head up this ladder to grab that scrap. And again, out of order, that logs as 11, but it's actually not. Then come back round here. That's it. Sorry, I took the zip line down, but actually you don't need to take the zip line. Instead, knock that door down and get this insignia there, 3, and there we go. Scrap number 9, that's going to be, isn't it? And then scrap number 10 is in this Jimmy bar. You need to buy the Jimmy thing from your max menu. It's under tools and it costs 44 scrap. You're also going to need Dinky D to do the minefields to finish this off. And there's scrap number 11 tucked around the back there. So that's actually all the optional objectives already, even though we haven't got number 11 yet in this playthrough. It's just a bit anachronistic. Anyway, drop down these, this ladder and this ladder, grab a thing and blow up that transfer tank. I've lost track of what number we're up to at this point. But I think there's 1 more. Head back up the stairs. There we are. 2 more, maybe. Yeah, there are 2 more. And the last 2 are up here. So in this main courtyard, that just on the right there was the stairs you would have come up. So come up the stairs, take a hard left, or basically a 180, and knock these 2 things down, which is where the final 2 transfer tanks are stored. And that should be your lot. Sand Sifter. I want to say Sand Shifter. Sand Sifter, all the bits. Hurrah! Okay, from there we're just going to keep on plugging round the route we took before. In here there's, like they died embracing each other, 1 scrap and some skeletons there. And then in here is the ammo, and then what you need to do is jump up on this pipe. You can see the history relic up there, so climb that pipe and just do a little jump over. Grab that, and there's your history relic. Delicious spiders with soy sauce. Dude, people will be eating all kinds of creepy crawlies in the future. Scarecrow, smash straight through it, done. No challenge there whatsoever, except the fact that I got a broken leg. And while I was there, I got one of these wanderers. If you've got a full canteen, well, half full canteen at least, you can walk up to them and give them some water. And that will count towards your legend status as well, so always stop for them if you see them. Then, keeping with the clockwise thing, we're going to pick up this water scavenging point here. You can't get up that way, even though I really wanted to. Sadly. Instead, while I'm doing that, these guys come around to beat me up, so I figured that was the way you wanted to go. I think there's 4 of them, something like that. There is a project part for the Scrap Crew project, and they will get you scrap while you are not playing. I left it off for about 18 hours, just signed on, got 171 scrap, so that was quite nice. But, I mean, still quicker just to find a scrapulence and get 500. But there's the second bit of scrap there. Next up, Scarecrow, I think. Yes. There you go. Just smoosh it. I harpooned it because I didn't want to overshoot because I wanted the scrap from it. It's only peanuts, but still. Then a sniper. Pretty easy one. There he is. You can actually see him from that Scarecrow. I thought I'd drop down to that level and ping him there, but we get to get it. But me, oh dear, we fell off. Anyway, having done that. Shoot the sniper, there you go, ping him, and the threat level gets reduced immediately, so you don't actually need to do the next bit, but I always go down and pull the tower down just in case, just with a harpoon, or you can charge into it, but you'll get some scrap out of it, so why not. Next up, scavenger point, this way. There's a bit of a fight. I don't know if these cars are normally here, but a whole bunch of people ended up piling in, so it was actually a pretty rough fight for a pretty open camp. Still. Scrap number 1 there. Is it 1 of 1? No, 1 of 3. That's right, there's 3 here. Second one here, and the third one was really tricky to find. There's a ladder there. Oh, sorry, this isn't the one that's tricky to find. Ladder there, go up the ladder, grab the scrap there. It's another one that's a bit tricky to find. I think there's some food up here as well, maybe? If you need it, yeah, by that chair. Next up, Intel encounter, and we'll get this camp as well. There is the Intel encounter, so she says, come in from the south. There is a way to get in. There we go. The cellar is rat infested and possibly more advantageous to go in from the south. Oh, fuel tanks in the cellar as well. So I kind of went around the south. I did a whole run around the edge, as you usually do, as I always do. Underneath the bridge, there's a thing you can pop there, like that, and actually just over to the left from there, which I missed where I'm running towards now. There's a weak gate you can pull off, but you probably want to drive around and smash up all the Molotov towers first before you pull that down. Going in this way, there's a weapon there that you might want to grab. And we can see 3 insignia, 9 scrap, 1 oil well part, so that's the second oil well part that you'll need, and that means free fuel for the rest of the game. You just fast travel to Jeets and back whenever you need a fuel tank refill. Kill them, and then there's a gate there that you might want to kick open. Head in here. Actually, don't head in here yet, I'm telling fibs. Come back out, there's lots to do in this courtyard. There's some ammo in there. This is the main area where you come in, and there is a transfer tank there. These transfer tanks are just horrific. They're so hard. There's 10 in total to find, that's the first. And I'll obviously get them all completely out of order. Then come in here where there's some dog food to the left, and then don't go back out the way you came in, but instead go around to the right there, where you'll find some scrap on the floor there. That's about it in there though, I think. So come back out, go back out the way you came, back into this main courtyard. Don't forget to pick up your weapon, and there's a transfer tank sneakily there. So drop, ignite, drop, turn around, grab the weapon again. Don't know how that hit me, but I lost a big old chunk of health from it. I thought I was pretty distant. Anyway, come back through the door that I accidentally smashed open too earlier, and head up to the right for that ladder. There is an insignia. Now this gets a bit tricky because I've spliced some stuff together, but there's a transfer tank up there, so smash that. And then come down here. Over to the left is a ladder that you can kick, but don't go that way. Go to the right first and all the way through for the next scrap, which is not the final one, despite the fact it says it is. I just got that last because I missed it on the way through. Come back to the ladder, kick that down. That's where we got the transfer tank by hitting the yellow thing just now. There it is over there. And then go through here, up this ladder, and there's some scrap just behind you there. That's going to be scrap number 3, because remember we've just got one out of order. Then across the bridge, across the other bridge, and over to the left there's some ammo. No, there isn't, I'm lying. Over to the right there's some scrap. Not lying about that, that's number 4. And then there's a couple of transfer tanks down here. 3 actually. There's the Warcry, you can shoot him from up there, which you might want to do. Don't forget to pick up your weapon if you've got one and you dropped it. Drop down to this level, and those 2 guys from down below came up to attack me. So I dealt with them and then just dropped an exploded fuel can down there to get them. Didn't quite get me, so that's good. There's another transfer tank over there. So grab some more fuel there and just take it over here. But first, knock that yellow thing. There's a transfer tank you see hanging up there. And again, I'm not even paying attention to the numbers here. I probably should put my own thing up on the top right to record where they are. Maybe I'll do that in the next one. But scrap there, don't miss that, and then another transfer tank down here. Now when you run to get that fuel, this will open and a dude will come out, so deal with him. And then there's a couple of shivs lying on the ground, so I upgraded my ammo belt so that you can carry 2. It's only 75 scrap, so you may as well do it. And it means you can carry more shotgun shells and sniper cartridges. Shotgun shells? Yeah. And sniper bullets, rounds, I guess. Wasn't standing far enough away from that, sadly. Oh, my back to the explosion, back on fire. Then there's a boomstick there. Don't stab with it, instead chuck it at that door. Explosion required. And you can see why I got confused on the way in, because explosion restricted is almost the same as explosion required when you're just kind of glancing at it. But there's another transfer tank in the main courtyard. Just use a boomstick on that. Then head through this door. There is some scrap and a Jimmy thing there, so that's actually scrap 6 and 7. And then come back out. There's a gate there that I blew up. That's another way in. So you can do that. There we go. And then around back this way. Now time to head up this ladder and around the back here where there's a Scrotus Insignia. And then we're going to drop down those stairs for the final bits and pieces. Because they are all in the cellar that the Intel woman mentioned. So come around here and round and drop down here. Now come around here. There's a dude with his back to you next to some maggots. Kill him. Eat the maggots if you like. If you haven't already got the achievement for maggots, that'll give it to you. I've brightened it up in here, so sorry that the text is a bit washed out. There's scrap number 8 on the floor as you go past, and there's a Jimmy bar thing here with the final insignia and the final scrap inside. So grab that scrap, flip around, and you should see the insignia there. That's insignia number 3, I think, 4? Kind of lost track. 3. There we go. I keep saying there we go. Please someone stop me. I need like a buzzer thing. There is the project part. That is the second of the oil well projects, so you can go and make the oil well now if you want. I'm going to leave them all because I think I mentioned, going to do a stronghold thing. There's another transfer tank down those steps, so blow that up with fuel that you've got there. And then there's one more back up, basically in the room where we met the dude with the maggots. So I kind of got over that. That's the gate that you can pull and you can climb up there. Only if you've pulled the gate off the top in advance of the car. That's where the maggots were. Grab some fuel in there, flip around, and you'll just be able to see the transfer tank from where you are. Chuck it over there. There we go. And that's 10 transfer tanks, 11 bits of scrap, 9 bits of scrap. The project part for the oil well, and 3 insignias. I think that was it, right? Yeah, scrap, insignia, and project parts. Huzzah! Now we're going to go back to our clockwise loop. So even though that one was down there, I got it earlier, sorry, I probably should have spliced it in a bit later, but not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. This one, I went all the way up high to try and find it, but it's actually not up high, it's down below, kind of in these catacombs. They're not really catacombs, but like natural caves. I drove the car in here, that was probably a mistake. Should have just come in on foot, because you can see being in the car actually makes visibility really bad, but there's some scrap on the left, and just around the corner, the second scrap, and a history relic. Around here and to the left, I think. Nope. Max, nope. Turn around. There we are. So scrap number 2 there, and history relic just behind it. But have a bit of a run around in there and you should be able to find it. I distinctly remember eating this guy last night. I recognise the face. Nice, Tim. Good work. Over here, because I'm an idiot, went up here and then ran around, despite the fact there's quite obviously a path across here and a gap in there. These are quite sneaky, the way they put them in shadows and you can only see through them from a specific angle. I quite like how they've done that. But there's one scrap. There's a couple of guys down here that you'll have to fight, so be prepared for that. They're going to chuck rocks at you if you stand there and look at them for too long. But kill them. Don't forget to loot them. That's where we drop down that climb bar there. Head to the right through this gap. There's another fight through here. Kill all those dudes. That's the gap that we came through there, just on the left, for point of reference. Body to loot, or bodies to loot after the kills, and then scrap and ammo in here too, so grab those. And you can see getting your volition bonus up really gives you some great extra scrap. I think it's like a 25% bonus at this point. No, not quite 25%. More like 15. Oh, what's 3 of 24? Yeah, no, 10%. Okay. 9. 12. I don't know, forget it. Anyway, scavenger point, scrap, there. I'm jabbering. And then around here you'll find a ladder, head up there. There's some more scrap there, and is that it for this area? Yep. 100% looted. Next up here, scrap and a water storage part, which will allow you to always refill your canister when you head back to the stronghold. And these are region specific or territory specific, so it'll only give you these bonuses when you go back to Jeet, but you can just fast travel there and then go back to wherever you were. Fight when you get here. And the water storage part, I think, is up that ramp, unless it's down here, but there's something up that ramp anyway. There's some food here. Oh yeah, there we go, it is up the ramp. 2 bits of scrap, 1 and 2, along with some food next to that fire if you need it. There's the other scrap there. And then flip around and come up this ramp here, right by where I parked the car, and there is your water storage part. Hurrah! Now round to a legend encounter. This guy wasn't up high, instead he's there, and I nearly landed on him, so careful if you go the same way I do. You don't want to crush him. I don't actually know if you can kill them, but he wants you to use the ramps in the Great White to perform epic jumps. I'm going to do those when I get to Colossus, because they've flapped up there. There we go. Those are the 2 ramps. Haven't actually done that mission in any of my saves yet, so not sure what the deal is, but presumably just drive off a ramp. Feel free to go and do that and let me know in the notes. In the comments. What do we got next? Here, oh yeah, okay, so this scavenger, there's a sniper up at the top shooting down at you, so you probably want to ignore the guys on the ground, otherwise the sniper's just going to kill you by the time you're done. And then fighting them coming upstairs is super annoying, because if you stand too close to the stairs you just take damage when they climb up, which is pathetic. Rather than being able to kick them down. Anyway, back up these stairs to the 2nd level and you'll find the 2nd bit of scrap over there, along with a body that I tried to loot but missed and fell off. Oh well. Keeping with our north, that's the survey camp there that we did before, so you might want to do it at this point. Scarecrow, just drive straight through it, you know the drill. And then a scavenging point directly north there. There's a bit of a fight as you come in. I tried to run those guys over but failed miserably. They jumped up on the car and I haven't got any anti-boarding spikes yet, but you can see that first scrap right there. Don't forget to loot the bodies, then come around in this container, you'll find scrap and another history relic. Cute doggy. Silver? Lara's new pup, Silver. So cute you want to eat him up. Oh, I see what you did, Avalanche. Anyway, another scavenging camp, another fight. I think there's a project part here, I don't really remember. 3 pieces of scrap, certainly. There's 1, oh, history relic, there. That's some sheep, but they're diseased, apparently. Felt frickin' weird just driving past all that food, but these animals are all diseased. There's some scrap right next to it, and then, oh yeah, okay, I need 2 scrap. And then you want to come around well, yeah, this is the tricky one. There's a ladder up there with nothing except some food and a dude in a cage. There's a canteen that you might want to refill, and then by the car there's a ladder up here that leads up like 4 stages. There we go, there's some ammo up there, and then take that and you'll get up here to the final piece of scrap. There. Now off to a Scarecrow. There are 2 Scarecrows, 1 sniper, and 2 minefields left. The other minefields coming up in a minute. It'll reveal on the map any second. But just drive through that Scarecrow, don't forget to get the scrap. And then I overshot that scavenging location, so yeah, it's not through there. There's a bit of a fight in here. I've brightened it up. It's going to be really dark in here, so be careful. Scrap on the right as you go in, and then when you come through here there's a little kind of light with 3 or 4 guys, I think, that you'll need to fight, but power suplex to finish. There's some ammo there, some scrap there, and that's both scraps, and that's really all there is in there, which is disappointing. Another scavenging location here. We're swinging back east. Only 1 scrap in here, so nothing too amazing, but these guys are going to play this fight out because they are a pain. So if you've got shivs, recommend using them. Ferals. These are swarming enemies that dash in with quick and vicious attacks. Shotgun is really useful. If you can upgrade to the double shotgun, so much the better. You want to evade them like that. Thankfully they don't take a lot of damage, like 3 hits and they're down, even soft hits. There we go. And then that guy jumped up at me, so I punched him to the ground and stabbed him to death. I kind of like killing them because they're evil little beggars, but they go down really easily. Anyway, some ammo there, some maggots there, if you still need maggots for the achievement. And some scrap there, that's the 1 piece of scrap. So not much to do there, just 1 piece of scrap, but still worth doing. Scarecrow directly south, so just kind of make your way over there. Sorry, sniper. And I drove up the side thinking that's really sneaky, I'll come around, and then he got out of the right hand side of the car and just fell off the cliff because he's an idiot. Anyway, the sniper's up here, and at this point things got a bit weird because you can see I kill him here and I get the saving autosave thing flashes up on the top right, but it doesn't actually tell me the sniper's down, that I eliminated the sniper. But when I had a look at the map in a second, yeah, you can see when I pulled that up the sniper's dead. Scarecrow here, and again it's still not updating the fact that I got it. Driving past with a shotgun and trying to spike it with a harpoon, never a smart move, so make sure you got the right weapon. And I could have just boosted into it realistically. But you see it didn't flash up Scarecrow eliminated either. Then it's back to Jeet Stronghold for the Minefields. Now, I'd been recording for about 6 hours here and had 4 terabytes of data and ran out of room, but you'll get the idea. You need to have done a Dinky D mission, so just get to Jeet Stronghold and play the story until you get the chance to unlock Dinky D. Then you'll need to take Chum's buggy. I tried driving over them in this one, and what it does is blow up the car. The car doesn't get destroyed, so technically you could just fast travel back and keep doing that, but it's kind of pointless. In the end I had to spend 220 scrap to repair the car, because obviously Chumbucket's not with you. So don't drive over them, that's a bad idea. You'll see the dog points to where they are. You can get it from a very long way away as well, like, nearly blew that one up. But this is where I ran out of disk space. So what I've done is splice in the minefield locations there. You don't have to have them revealed, you can just drive up to them and they'll get revealed. And the dog will start going nuts from a very long way away. So just head to those 2 locations and do your minefield thing. And that should give you Balefire Flatland entirely cleared out. Huzzah! So that's Black Maws and Balefire Flatland. Next up, fuel veins at the top. On the left there is Black Maws, if you haven't done that yet. On the right, despite the fact that's footage we've seen, let's pretend it's not and pretend it's fuel veins. I'll keep quiet if you do too. Oh, don't forget to click the eye on the top right for other bits and pieces, and subscribe, comment, all those good things. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye!